Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. This is your April the 4th, 2025 Tweetathon rally call video. As I'm sure you're all aware, April the 4th, 2025 marks the year anniversary these mass tweets started happening and the trending started happening and everything else that the Shenmue community has done and seen great success with. We hit a year in April, which is absolutely insane, and it's gone incredibly fast, but thank you to everybody in the Shenmue community who's just come out and supported this, and long may it continue as we get the push towards Shenmue 4. Now this month is going to be ever so slightly different. The 8 PM posts are going to happen as normal, so that's your 8 PM UK, your 9 PM Europe, your 3 PM Eastern, your midday Pacific, and your 4 AM in Japan. That is going to happen as normal, and I'll go through that message momentarily. But also at the start of the day, so this is 8 AM in the morning, 3 AM Eastern time, midday Pacific, and 4 PM in Japan, as well as 9 AM in Europe. We will be doing another mass tweet in the start of the day, essentially to kick things off and hopefully get the X algorithm working a bit better. Now, the reason we're doing this is essentially the X algorithm doesn't always pull through the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 in a timely fashion, so it's been suggested through the Discord that we should potentially try and push things forward a little bit earlier and see if then things start picking up through the day, and then we get that real push in the evening as well, and it all comes together and that hashtag is trending throughout the day. Hopefully that's the aim anyway, and that's why we're going to be doing this. So there are going to be 2 posts that I'm going to ask people to be scheduling across the day here. One early doors, and then your usual evening post, which we'll come on to, and I'm going to demo exactly how we're going to do that in a moment. The timing, obviously, for people in the United States is quite early in the morning, frankly, so this is the ideal opportunity to be scheduling your posts. Likewise, if you're not going to be around, etc., schedule your posts up, and then you can forget all about it and it'll go out automatically. But the only thing I will say is if you're up and around, retweet everybody and keep that push going and going and going, and it will just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and hopefully, and I really want 10,000 posts this time. 10,000. We got so close in December, really close in December, but not quite there. So let's go through exactly how to set this up. Now, the link to all the resources has changed slightly, but don't worry if you use the old one. I'm going to explain everything in a minute. So coming up on the screen right now for everybody is where the new link will take you to all the varying resources that you will need. If you've used the old link, what it will do is it will drop you into this section here. But that's okay. Just double click the April 4th, 2025 Tweetathon documents, and it'll bring you back to where I started on the new link anyway, so that's absolutely fine. So first and foremost, I'm going to set us up the early post. So as I said, this will go at 8 AM UK, 9 AM Europe, 3 AM Eastern, midnight Pacific, and 4 PM in Japan. So any confusion, obviously just check the description below. It should all be there for you, as well as your relevant clock checker if you need to do it. So with those timings in mind, we need to set the post up to go now. Like I said, this is the early post first and foremost. So what you need to do is double click this document here. It says early post 8 AM UK mass tweet, use this text, and it'll bring up 2 versions here for you. So you've got the X version at the top, which I've highlighted, and you've got the Bluesky version there as well. Essentially, it's a different message, but all it's saying is our fight for Shenmue 4 continues, and today we make our voices heard louder than ever to mark 1 year since we first trended. Let's help at WiseNet secure a partner with Sega Japan, Warner Bros. Discovery, Crunchyroll, Netflix, and in-games all tagged. Are you ready? Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4. Now, before we go ahead and do that as well, there is some new artwork available to use. It's completely up to you. You can use your own artwork for both these posts, or you can use what's provided here. So what I have gone and done is just made up some little box art for you with the Indian logo on here, so you can just see these ones here. You're absolutely free to use any of these as you see fit, but likewise, if you've got your own artwork, please use it. But the key thing is the message is the same and the hashtag is in it. So going back to the early post, we're going to schedule this up on X first. Unfortunately, on Bluesky, you can't do that. You have to do it manually unless you have a social media scheduler like Social Bee or something like that. So all you need to do is copy this into X. So I'm going to hit the post button here because I just find it a little bit easier. Paste it in as plain text, space it out. Now you should, if memory serves me correctly, have around 17 to 16 characters available. Yep, there we go. Just make sure that all works. And then I'm going to drop the artwork in first and foremost. So I'm going to use one of my case artworks. As I say, you're more than welcome to use any of those. And then we need to schedule this bad boy up. So then go April 4th. 8. Now change that to AM, obviously. Now, depending on where you are, if you're in America, that'll be 3 AM. That's Eastern time. If you're Pacific, that'll be midnight. If you're in Japan, that'll be 4 PM on April the 4th. And if you're in Europe, that'll be 9 AM in the morning for you. So then you hit confirm. There you go. It's all there for you. Lovely, lovely. Hit schedule. And bam, that one is done for you. You've got confirmation at the bottom there. That's going to go at 8 AM UK time and all the relevant times across the globe. So we then need to set up the next post, which is the evening post, the standard mass tweet post. We've been doing for months on end now, so I'm sure you're all familiar with this. But again, I'm going to quickly show you how to do this. So if you need the document and need anything to copy over, it's this document at the top here. 8 PM mass tweet, copy and paste this text and it will drop you into here. The top version is your X version and the bottom version is your Bluesky version as you need it. So all we need to do is drop this in. Now what I have done here is remove Devolver Digital from this post. Quite simply, I think they've had a bit of a cut on stuff recently, and it also means we keep the message unique as well, which means it doesn't just automatically retweet things, it just it thinks it's a new message essentially as well. So what you're going to do is go back into X, go back into post, paste as plain text. I'm going to space this out as we always do. Again, it is a little tight to the character count, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to pop in some media for this one. So which one I will be using is the video by Jibby, as we always use. Again, people are free to use their own things as they see fit. And then schedule this one up for April 4th, 8 PM UK time, 9 PM Europe, 3 PM Eastern, midday Pacific and 4 AM in Japan. And that will get you all sorted there. Confirm. Make that sort of all loaded and where you go. Hit schedule. And that should have scheduled it up as well. If you need to check anything, just quickly click on your post button, hit drafts, hit your scheduled, and you can see here they are both there. So at 8 AM on the 4th of April UK time, there's one message. And then at 8 PM UK time, you then have the evening message as well. So that is all set up and ready to go for everybody to jump in on these mass tweets and hopefully get 2 sets of tweets going throughout the day. Now, I'm going to say this every video. The reason we are doing this is A, to get the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 trending, and posting twice hopefully means it's going to trend for longer across the day and pull through and hopefully hits that 10,000 posts, which I really, really want. The second reason is to keep Shenmue in the public limelight and keep things rolling. We've had a really good year as a Shenmue community. There's been merchandise. We've had the Times Square stunt, which was really, really successful. And also in games coming on board with Shenmue 3, and we don't know what they're doing with that yet either. But we cannot, and I stress, we cannot let up now. We need to get this push over the line and get Shenmue 4 made. I promise you we can get there, and we are getting there. People are listening, but we just cannot let up now. Let's get this thing over the line. Let's get it done, and hopefully we can see Shenmue 4 sooner rather than later. In the YouTube description below, there will be everything that you need. So the link to all the resources, the message will be in there as well, and any further information if anybody's unsure. Also, if you're really unsure, drop us an email. You can get us on shenmuedojoofficial@gmail.com. You can get us in the Discord. You can get us on our social media channels as well if you need to. Any questions, I really don't mind. But as I say, the crux of it is this. 2 posts. One in the morning, that's 8 AM UK, 9 AM Europe, 3 AM Eastern, midnight Eastern, and 4 PM in Japan. Schedule your post for that. That is the start of the tweetathon. And then later on in the day, 12 hours later, 8 PM UK time, 9 PM Europe, 3 PM Eastern, midday Pacific, and 4 AM in Japan. That is the ending point of the tweetathon, near the end of the tweetathon. And then that hopefully means that hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 is going to carry across the day. Don't forget as well, guys, with the posts across the day, make sure you are retweeting, replying with hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4. And let's get this noise as loud as we can and as big as we can. Thank you to everybody who drops in and supports this as well. It's much appreciated. We can't do this on our own. We can't do this without you. So thank you to the entire Shenmue community for backing this, and also for the suggestion of sort of giving us a longer tail with the Tweetathon on April the 4th. As I say, any questions, let us know. Like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the usual places. And I will be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care and have a good one.